Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Well, hello and welcome to another Mikey Live program. My name is Mikey Hutchinson and we are coming to you live from the Spice Isle of the Caribbean, that is Grenada. Of course, the pleasure is mine to be back with you for another day to talk to you about what's making the news. Of course, you've been hearing about this young man that has gone missing, that people are now saying was found dead. We will talk to you more about that. Also, quite a bit of sporting activities happened over the weekend, and I hope that you guys are in fact supporting those sporting activities, because I think it really augurs well for nation building when you have a community that is so connected and involved in it with each other. It's really good for our society as well. Mary G, a vessel that usually carries how you call them again, trade people, people who go down to Trinidad to purchase items for resale in Grenada, has gone adrift, and of course is now, as they say, they are being held hostage on a Venezuelan island. We'll talk to you about that and more when we return on tonight's Mikey Live program. All right, gotta let you know the headlines brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts, Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, Real Value IGA Supermarket. We've got the Superb Distributors with us as well. On board, we've got the Beacon Insurance and all the other sponsors we're happy to have here with us. Thank you for watching again. Don't forget, someone sharing tonight's program will receive some free credits, compliments, Digicel. That lucky person might just be you. Stay right there. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
All right, and again, we have to officially say hello and welcome to those of you who are just joining us on tonight's Mikey Live program. We're happy to have you here with us, and that's the first time viewers, and of course to the usual suspects who never miss a program. Well, you know how we stay. We have to say hello to you as well, and it's good that you're with us, and I'm hoping that you had a better weekend than I did. You know what I mean? All right, so let's get straight into what's making the news for tonight. Now, the first thing that we have to tell you this morning, I got the call, Mikey, something going on at GPC, the Grenada Postal Corporation. According to the union, they took a peaceful but firm stance by pausing their work because, you know, the services of the Postal Corporation are very vital, you know. So they withheld their labor and remained outside the premises at Burns Point. According to the union, this action followed management's inability to meet the agreed deadline on Friday, May 23rd, to relocate the employees from what they deem as the unsafe and unsuitable working conditions that they currently endure in the current facility and have been doing so for much too long. You understand? So they say they're not taking it so. They're dragging their foot on business. It says that the PWU, we firmly believe that the nation's health is its wealth. And the dignity and well-being of its employees must always be considered. And considered not just considering, but as a priority. It says that we understand the complexities involved in infrastructure transitions, but the health and safety of workers should never be placed on hold. You understand? So they say in recent discussions with the GPC, that's the management of the Grenada Postal Corporation, including a meeting held on the 20th of May, the union expressed its willingness to explore interim solutions. They say that they agreed in principle to make small conference rooms and so on available as a temporary workspace for some of the workers, just so, just deal with the thing while a more, long-term plan is being worked on. They say the written plan outlining what has to happen was not received until today. Despite these delays, the PWU remains committed to collaboration. Say we are currently consulting with our members on the proposed interim agreements. You understand? So they're looking forward to something different. But right now, health matters, they say. And it cannot wait. Safety comes first. And it's non-negotiable. Say that the workers deserve respect. You understand? And so whatever has to happen should be done. You understand? So yeah, they go outside. Let me see if I get like oh yeah, look, we have a picture on the binnet, man. We have a picture on the binnet. And you understand? So this is kind of like what things look like. They were not making such a noise and things. Just peacefully there. You know, if you don't know, you don't know. But now you know. You understand? That's what was going on there today. You understand? So let's see how things will progress for the next video. Because let me tell you something. Because we need them. You understand? Long story short, we need them. So let's hope that things go sort out. You understand? Sort out. Good. Oh yeah. We are moving on. So today boy at 3 in Monlong. Fall in a house. If the man say thing him down by. You understand what they say? Oh God, what he did. But if it's not your time, it's not your time, bro. You know what I mean? If it's not your time, it's not your time. So the tree was there, ting, lick up the man house and thing like that. Like, what I tell you, lick up. Look, I think. You understand? So they realized that the man was, in danger and stuff, and they rendered some assistance and things like that. And yeah, right. I mean, he suffered some bruises and stuff like that. But the house, boss, count your blessings. When it's not your time, it is just not your time. And we have to say thank God that you escaped. I mean, despite minor bruises and things, But you're all right. You understand? You're alive. And give thanks for that. Okay? All right. Audio. So, I mean, I've been following this development since last night. We received reports from one of our sources that a young man was missing after a visit to the serene Hog Island. You understand, Ryan? And they were searching for the youth. Coast Guard was there. They sent me some videos and stuff, where the Coast Guard was searching and stuff like that with a hope that they would find him. You understand? The family again today. So that was last night. And so the family again and some friends and stuff, and also associates, including the Coast Guard, according to one of my sources, went out and looked for him. They said they had to dive. You understand? And just before coming onto the news, I had one of my sources head down there who said that, yeah, Mikey boy, the Coast Guard was just there, and it seems like the investigation has been done, but they located his body and is treating this as a suspected drowning. Of course, we have not heard anything official yet from the authorities. But that's what we have so far received from our source. Speaking of source, well, this young lady, she came on social media. Understand? Speaking of her father, who was a passenger aboard the Mary G, a vessel that usually traverse Grenada, Trinidad, with the traffickers. Understand? You go down, you purchase your items, good price. You come, put a little markup on your sale to make a profit so that you can feed your family and, take care of yourself and things like that. And so, I wasn't aware of the situation until one of the daughters of a passenger, you understand, came onto social media to bring light to the authority, of the situation, to the authorities and anyone else who can hear what was going on and help. You understand? The vessel is in Margarita as she tells her story about what happened.
Situation going on right about now, and most Carriacou and Grenada people do not know about this situation. There's a boat by the name of Mary G has gone adrift since Thursday afternoon. I cannot tell you the amount of passengers, but one of the passengers is my father. The boat was drifting since Thursday afternoon. We got the news from an outsider and not the boat owner on Friday. The information was they're still adrift, and we had to call back and forth in Venezuela, call Trinidad Coast Guard, because the information we were not getting from the owner. We finally got through that the Venezuelan Coast Guard towed them into an island called Margarita. They have checked them and everything like that. They arrived there Sunday morning. I happened to talk to my father on Sunday, and I talked to him today. Right now, we are reaching out because we want to get to the higher authorities, because I am not feeling settled by what the actions the owners is taking, and I need the actions of the higher authorities, because there is now a message from one of the ladies on the boat asking for help because they've been held hostage by the authorities until the owner of the boat send the relevant monies for them to be released. Now we know Venezuela and the surrounding areas is a dread place. It is a very dread place. We had Grenadian nationals already over there, and we see what happened. So please share this live and bring light to the situation. Bring light to the situation, because Mary J is still stuck on Margarita Island. People, 3 of which is from Grenada and the rest is from Carriacou. We need the higher authorities to take action and get back to the families to ensure that the families reach back safe and sound. And I'm not getting the information. We are not getting the information from the owners, and we need the owners to come forward and say what is happening. If there is a need of money to be raised to get these people out of there, because I am not resting. I haven't slept, and I'm tired asking for information. I'm not.
And she says that she's not getting information. So that was earlier today, and before coming onto the program, she provided a further update about the situation.
Paid a sum of $7,224 this morning, because that was the bill sent to them from the authorities in Venezuela for the clearance of the vessel, pending a bill from the tug who brought the boat alongside the jetty in Margarita. After hours of waiting on the agent that is representing the after hours of waiting of the agent representing them, they sent a bill to the owner of $49,224. That is what is owed to the Coast Guard for towing them for 12 hours and the tug towing them for 3 hours. They had a tug who came from Trinidad that was sent by the owner to tow them back into Trinidad, and the authorities of Venezuela refused to let that tug tow them. So now the money of 49,000 plus have to be paid in order for the tug is currently there, still waiting for the authorities to release the boat, and the authorities is currently waiting on the owner of the boat to pay this money, which is in US. Say there was 82 miles away from Grenada at the time when the tug came to tow them, and the Coast Guard bring them now 184 miles away from Grenada. The Coast Guard still refuses for the tug to assist them unless they get the money. So that is just the information my father asked to be passed on. So as I say, share the live, let it reach to higher authorities, relevant authorities, at least If the owner is not reaching out for this help, I don't know what the situation is, but we want to get them out of there, and they're getting frustrated. There's a tug waiting to tow them, but these money have to be paid. They sent us a bill of the monies need to be paid for the boat to be released, for them to be released to the tug that is waiting there. I just I really know how this situation will be resolved. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that this news spread and we get answers in a couple hours. I get answers by the morning to know what is the next move. Is the money gonna be paid? I do not know, but so far my first live went far as to GBN.
All right, so thank you very much. And of course, so at least she's providing some updates as to what's happening in the event that the relevant authorities or persons who needs to do something doesn't know what to do, doesn't have the information. At least she's providing that. I hope that they can make a direct contact and be able to follow up from there, maybe liaise with the relevant authorities in Venezuela and sort that out, because this is not good. I can imagine the anxiety of those on board. Nobody wants to go through these sorts of situations. It's not good at all. We are moving on. So as we get closer to Spice Mass, the Spice Mass Corporation held the first in a series of judges' workshops for the 2025 Carnival season, and that was held on Saturday. This Saturday gone, May 24th, at the Olympic Center, that's Mont Rouge. The informative 5-hour training saw 29 prospective judges engaging in interaction and interactive sessions led by the facilitator, the man himself, visionary, Mr. Colin Dow. You understand? So they are saying that the first day focused on fundamental principles and the general judging ethics, the use of the scoring sheet, and also the core judging principles, and on introduction to all judging categories like the power soca, the goofy soca, the calypso, traditional and fancy mass, etc., etc. So they try to make it very as comprehensive as possible. So that was just one. They are going to have 2 other sessions, Saturday, May 31st and June 7th. Yeah, good luck, guys. Of course, I hope that we get better judging. There's always room for improvement, so that's good. All right, let me see what else I have to tell you. So the Minister for Climate Resilience, that's Honorable Kirin James, she's reported to have met and held talks with the United Arab Emirates Foreign Ministry envoy, His Excellency Omar Shiari. And that was during a courtesy visit at the Maurice Bishop International Airport. Discussions focus on renewable energy investments, climate financing, particularly under the new Loss and Damage Fund, and technical collaboration. Both sides also explored the concept of tourism resilience as a pillar of climate adaptation in small island developing states. All right, Minister James welcomed the UAE's continued engagement, and that is important. So she welcomed that engagement and reaffirmed Grenada's commitment to advancing practical cooperation with international partners. All right, so that's good. That's good. Renewable energy, solar, and things like that. We have to keep pounding it, because we have to get at least Grenadians a little more savvy where solar is concerned, where renewable energy is concerned on a government level, and also on the residence level. Yeah, good. We rely way too much on fossil fuel and this kind of stuff. Yeah, it's just like a no-brainer. So I'm happy that we are continuing those efforts. Y'all heard about the discovery of the bodies in Trinidad a couple months ago in a vessel, right? Bodies, a couple bodies. Well, a couple good amount of them, yeah. Well, we are hearing about a similar discussion. You understand? Police in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, they say, are investigating a situation where some bodies were discovered in a small boat that was washed ashore. You understand? Close to Canoan. The police said that during the initial examination of the vessel, what appeared to be decomposed human remains were found on board. You understand? They say the identities and circumstances surrounding the discovery are yet to be determined. I don't want to read more. You understand? That is not the first time. These people, they go on journeys. I'm not sure that this is the case now, but they take that voyage from Africa. You understand? And journey across the Atlantic with the hope to land where, I'm not sure. Maybe some make it. Maybe some make it. Those stories we never hear. But we often know of those who don't make it because they end up landing on our shores. Unfortunately. All right. Yeah, we were preparing for a tropical wave this weekend to be affected severely, but it had some dust to deal with because we realized it was very dusty here, and so we did not get the full effect of that tropical wave. Other places might have, like Trinidad, Guyana, and those places for the south, but in terms of Grenada, I think we dodged the bullet. So we have to say thank God for that. You understand? We GT. So let's hope that we go kind of have a similar faith for the next one to come. We have become so flood prone, liquor, water, and place mash up. So we are hoping that we can be spared as much as we can. But we're in hurricane season, guys. Prepare yourselves. Prepare yourself because you know what we're about to meet. Weather is expected to be partly cloudy, windy, and hazy for tonight, becoming cloudy overnight, accompanied by light to moderate showers. We are approaching quickly the hurricane season, and so we are seeing the changes here in the weather pattern. Winds northeasterly to east southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas moderate to rough with waves 6 to 8 feet in easterly swells, and a marine advisory is in effect. Heading over to Tuesday's weather, we can tell you that it's expected to be partly cloudy, windy and hazy, becoming cloudy at times with light to moderate showers. We've got max temperature at around 30.5 degrees Celsius and the minimum 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to east southeasterly at 13 to 23 miles per hour. Seas moderate to rough with waves 6 to 8 feet in easterly swells, and a marine advisory remains in effect for Tuesday. Picking up all our peoples on YouTube. Yeah, we got you there. So we have to big you all up. Wow, I mean, Celine and Hillary and all the other peoples on the air. Glenora, everybody. Don't forget to share the business, all right? And those of you who are also on Facebook, like Hazel, Yvette, Javar, the principal, Jacinta, Yvonne, Agnes, Valerie, and everybody else, Sherilyn, Mommy Joy, how are you doing? Hope you're good. Karen and Osh, O-S-H, Osh, Joseph, and everybody else, big up Errol. Yeah, or you listen to Java. If Java says share the business, y'all better share the business because y'all will be in problems. You understand? If Java said to share the thing, share the thing. So, we are taking a break and coming back. And when we come back, what we have for you is the National Report. Stay right there. We'll be back.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Shop with confidence at Quartz. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
This is the GIS News on Monday, May 26, 2025. I am Sherry Ann Noel. In the headlines, International Labour Organization mission team engages with Ministry of Labour. Details to these stories and more, plus a look at the weather when we return.
The Mass officially starts now, and Spice Mass Cooperation together with Aura Caribbean is turning up the thing all the way up with Carnival City Fusion Thursdays. It all kicks off on Thursday, May 29th and continues every Thursday into June. We're bringing the vibes to the Port Louis lawn. Gates open 7 p.m. Action starts 8 p.m. Get ready for live performances from your favorite soca, groovy and calypso artists, plus the sweet sounds of steel band, live bands, and all the mass elements you love. Veko, Jab Jab, Shortney, Moko Jumbi, Apache, and more. It's more than a line. It's a whole carnival experience. So grab your crew, bring the energy, and come let's celebrate where culture meets pure excitement. Carnival City Fusion Thursdays, Port Louis Lawn, beginning May 29th and continues every Thursday into June. Come, let's play a mass, cause the thing starts.
The journey of 1,000 miles begins with but a step. So the journey of a year begins with but a sec. 1 second is the difference between old and new. The difference between what you have done and what you have to do. 1 second is the difference between who you were and who you are going to be. The difference between a year of expectations and a year of memories. Awaiting you is a year of opportunities and new moves. Just one final second to reflect. And then we must embrace indeed. I reckon 1 second is all we need.
Welcome back. A renewed partnership between Grenada's Ministry of Labour and the International Labour Organization, ILO, is bearing fruit as the country intensifies efforts to address critical labour market challenges and implement bold new policies, including groundbreaking legislation on paternity leave. A delegation from the International Labour Organization paid a courtesy call to the Minister of Labour, Senator Claudette Joseph, and Labour Commissioner Mrs. Sparkle Grenade Courtney. During a high-level courtesy meeting with ILO representatives, Minister for Labour, Senator Claudette Joseph, reflected on the state of Grenada's previous engagement with the ILO and is looking to rebuild that relationship.
When I became Minister for Labour, it became clear in a very short space of time that our government was not sufficiently leveraging its contact membership and relationship with the ILO. We noticed that for example, we had not been reporting on the various ILO conventions that we are party to. We were not engaged, almost not at all, with the regional office. And we had not attended ILC since 1998, believe it or not. We have, as a Ministry of Labour and as a country being a member of the ILO and the various conventions, we have been making a concerted effort to be more active and participatory in the efforts and programs of the ILO, because we see that these programs and training opportunities and so only redound to the benefit of the people we serve, right? The people of the tripartite arrangement. So we have been very grateful between Commissioner 2023, from 2023 onwards. We have built and are building a very strong relationship with our friends at the various ILO offices and indeed the different ministries of labour throughout the Caribbean. And that has been very good for us.
The International Labour Organization will be on island until Thursday, May 29th. The visit will include meetings with cabinet ministers, the Labour Advisory Board, and the Grenada National Training Agency. The senator also announced that Grenada is preparing to implement paternity leave legislation, a regional first for an English-speaking Caribbean country.
The Labour Advisory Board, I must say, has been really good in assisting us and providing policy guidance They have been key in providing policy guidance in relation to the amendments that we are about to make to the Labor Code.
Yes.
And those include extending maternity leave, introducing, I think we will be the first English-speaking Caribbean country to legislate paternity leave. So we are doing that. I think the only other country in the Caribbean that has paternity leave legislated is the Dominican Republic. So we will not just be the first English speaking, we'll be the first English, French speaking, and only the second in the Caribbean to do that.
The ILO welcomed Grenada's momentum and reaffirmed its commitment to supporting comprehensive labor reform.
We're also happy to hear that, you have been engaging with the ILO for the last 2 years. I think our main strategy now is to intensify the engagement between the ILO and our constituents, the workers, employers, and the ministries of labor and government institutions as well. So I think we have already seen we're already collecting some of the dividends because so many countries have already started attending the ILC. We're getting a lot of requests from the constituents. So I think Grenada, is one of the countries that our engagement has not been as massive as it used to be before, but I think it is now, increasing.
That was Mohammed Abel Malik, Employment and Labor Market Specialist. The specialist stressed the importance of aligning skills training with economic demands.
What I think is critical, Minister, is that in the long run, if you want to create a more kind of resilient labor market, the idea is to have policies that transform the labor market. So most of the countries have always a labor market policy or an employment policy.
Also a part of the mission is Ika Webster, Skills and Lifelong Learning Specialist with the ILO. The ILO mission is working with Grenada's Central Statistics Office to harmonize labor force surveys across the OECS countries, making data more comparable for informed policy making. In what has been described as a landmark engagement, the government of Grenada has officially launched a bold and comprehensive national housing initiative aimed at transforming how housing is delivered, financed, and sustained across the Tri-Island state. Secretary to the Cabinet, Ms. Carvalette, highlighted the objectives of the recently held engagement. Among the bold proposals presented were the development of scalable cost-control housing models, stronger alignment of housing finance with affordability, transparent allocation systems guided by clear eligibility criteria, and new legal instruments to guarantee secure land tenure.
Today is not just about discussing shelter, it's about designing a national system that delivers dignity through home ownership, structure through policy, and sustainability through partnership. The objectives of today's engagements are sevenfold. 1, to reposition the role of the state in housing delivery. We seek to transition away from the model where government is a direct builder of homes towards a facilitator model, enabling private developers, financial institutions, and communities to lead construction and ownership. At the same time, the state ensures equity and oversight.
At a high-level forum held recently, Minister with responsibility for housing, Senator Gloria Thomas, declared the event as a critical pivot away from fragmented, state-dependent housing delivery toward a more inclusive, community-led and sustainable model.
We are gathered here not simply to discuss housing as infrastructure, but as an enabler of dignity, equity, and economic stability. For too long, our national housing delivery has remained fragmented and reactive. Today marks the beginning of a deliberate shift from state-driven shelter provision to community-led home ownership and sustainable living environments.
Joined by Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell, Cabinet members, stakeholders, and development partners, the event set out an ambitious agenda. Central to the discussions were 7 clear objectives that will reshape Grenada's housing landscape. The Prime Minister echoed the urgency of the initiative, noting that housing insecurity remains one of Grenada's most pressing challenges.
This is a landmark engagement and the first that this administration is having to begin to comprehensively address a policy framework for addressing the housing challenge that our citizens in Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique face. It is a challenge that has been exacerbated in the last 12 months by Hurricane Beryl, one that was exposed 20 years ago by Hurricane Ivan, and one that faces the perennial challenge of climatic events, whether it be flash flooding, the impacts of volcanic ash from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, landslides, extra-regional, international, geopolitical, socio-economic shocks. They all, in one way or another, impact the ability of our citizens to access affordable, durable, resilient, and eco-friendly housing. So it is not a challenge to be underappreciated or underestimated. And therefore, our efforts to address this should also similarly be one that is equal to the task.
The engagement brought together key stakeholders from the Housing Authority of Grenada, the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, MIT, the Ministry of Housing, the National Insurance Scheme, NIS, along with financial institutions. The initiative further emphasized the government's commitment to the holistic well-being and safeguarding the lives of all Grenadians. This is an opportunity to shape the housing sector with a positive impact for citizens now and future generations, a milestone for the Deacon Mitchell-led administration. Moving along, Grenada's health system has come in for high praise from US-based doctor who was in country as part of a medical mission and also to attend the annual regional meeting of the National Medical Association at the Radisson Grenada Beach Resort. Dr. Virginia Kane, the 125th president of the National Medical Association, based in Maryland, USA, told the Government Information Service that Grenada is doing well compared with some hospitals in the U.S., with Grenada having low rates of infection. Her medical mission was stationed at the General Hospital in St. George's.
But one of the things I found out from the doctors at your hospital, I was very impressed with their low rates of infection, you know, from the surgical operations and procedures. So they're much lower than you would find in a lot of hospitals in the United States. So they're doing an incredible job related to a low rate of infection. So I just have to give them some kudos related to that.
Dr. Kane commended Grenada's vision for building a new hospital and the Project Polaris initiative. She says they are willing to assist in making this a reality.
You guys must have a dynamic prime minister or whatever, the tourism. You are going to do a campaign on building a new hospital. Oh, am I excited about that? And I think our organization, National Medical Association, and our members, we want to be gung-ho about providing some support in that area and helping getting that campaign out and communication. So, wow, wouldn't that be wonderful? I was part of a process like that 10 years ago, and it would just carry you to the next level. I'm sure we have other members, too, would like that as well. So we want to see what we can do at all, any kind of way, to assist having that hospital built.
The National Medical Association regional meeting brought together a dynamic group of medical professionals who continue to impact and advocate in the field of medicine. The National Medical Association represents more than 50,000 physicians and their patients in the United States. This is the GIS News. When we return, an update on the Bernier Bridge project.
Oh my God, yo! Oh God! Let me go! Let me go! Let me go! What are you husband, eh? Are you waiting till I get you? When you get the husband, you tell me. Wait! In 1 second, a choice can be made.
Drugs and violence. I mean, like, I get it, but like,
violence is not good. If all people go for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, right? Eventually, we will lose the ability to talk, and the world will go blind.
And I feel like we should go back to what made us popular, our tourists.
Well, listen here. Our country is going through a crisis right now. Drugs, violence, trust me, you can name it. Guns, all of it. So we need to stop this and think about our future. Not as a person, but as a country, as a people.
yo, he said, not as a country, but as a people.
So if you had to say one thing to the youth out there, what would you say?
Please stop the violence.
Welcome back. With an investment of over $2.3 million, the construction of the new reinforced concrete bridge at Burney in St. Mark is nearing completion. The NDC caretaker for St. Mark constituency, Senator Quince Britton, says the investment in the infrastructure was necessary and timely due to the deplorable conditions of the Bailey's Bridge in the area over the years. Senator Quinn says the government had to take the necessary steps to ensure the safety of motorists and pedestrians, taking into consideration that there are 3 schools in the vicinity.
There was once a boat bridge, or what you call a Bailey's Bridge, erected there. And what's supposed to be like a temporary measure became permanent. Unfortunately, during the passage of Hurricane Emily, the bridge was completely washed away. And after that, a new structure was erected, putting another temporary bridge. But what we saw that became permanent, and with everything else, if you don't maintain it, then that is what caused, we had serious deterioration. And I'm happy to see that the bridge is, we can say, 98% complete. It's almost there. It's just some wrapping up works to do, but all the major concrete work is done and so on. And if you look, you see we have some additional works where they try to make it as safe as possible for the children and the people who, all the pedestrians who travels that area, where you have, the bridge has 2 pedestrian walk with rails. On one side of the bridge as well too, you have pedestrian walk and rail, so it makes it really, really safe. And I'm happy to see this project come into fruition, given how I lamented on the importance of maintaining infrastructure.
Residents of the community, he says, are very thankful and appreciative for the quality of works that has been carried out by the contracting firm Gilbert & Partners Engineering Company, GPEC.
The people in the community is very grateful for it. You hear them, speak about it very often. Anytime everybody pass here, with a smile that is no longer an eyesore. And I too feel very, very proud, that we were able to implement this project in a timely manner. We had, obviously, with construction, you had challenges and so on. The rain poses a significant threat and so on when the contractor was proceeding with the work.
Anthony Noel, resident of the constituency, in speaking with GIS, says the quality of work by the contractor is commendable, while at the same time echoing words of gratitude to the government for answering the call and ensuring the safety of the people of St. Mark.
In my perspective, knowing what we had before, I think this bridge is a state-of-the-art bridge. I mean, when you look at the construction, when you look at the layout, when you look at the end product, I believe the contractor needs what I would call a tap on the back, a job well done. I would say 100% safety is in place. You feel safe, and you know that you're safe, and you can feel the atmosphere from that perspective to say that a job that has been well done. He deserves a round of applause. I would give the government all the credit in the sense that this government, as I see it, they mean better. They look forward for longevity, not just quick fix for today. In terms of infrastructure, they build for tomorrow. So I commend, I congratulate the administration for ensuring that the safety of the children and the general public is at the top of the agenda.
Final remedial works on the environs is presently ongoing, and once completed, Senator Quinn says an official commissioning ceremony will be held. The Maribor Abattoir has been officially commissioned more than a decade after it was first constructed under the Grenville Development Project. The Maribor Abattoir formed part of a broader initiative launched in 2011 to modernize key infrastructure in Grenville, including the bus terminal and the market. While construction was completed around 2014, the facility was never formally commissioned and remained underutilized due to missing operational components. The facility now boasts upgraded equipment, modern hygienic slaughtering techniques, and international-grade chillers, including a refrigerated truck for safe meat transport. An air-conditioned meat inspection area has also been constructed, all in compliance with hazard analysis and critical control point standards, as well as an incinerator to facilitate sanitary disposal. Minister for Agriculture, Lands and Forestry, Honorable Lennox Andrews, says the commissioning of the abattoir emphasizes the government's dedication to enhancing the livestock sector through improved infrastructure and support for farmers.
But we are moving from this rudimentary to the most scientific approach to preparing our animals for meat. And I really have to and want to commend the regional organizations who work with us to take us to where we are today. Now, I personally visited this place many times, and I certainly was not happy with the way in which we went about preparing our animals for sale. And today, I am proud to say that finally, the technology, the science are all being brought to bear in the way in which we do things here in this country for the betterment of our people. And it means, therefore, that as a country and as a people, we have to take good care of what we have. We have to instill good values in us. As we bring the development to you, we also have to bring a new mindset to the way in which we do things in this country. We can't continue to produce in the rudimentary, if I may use this word, backward approaches. We must show that we are transforming, that we are developing, and that we are utilizing the modern technology into our agriculture so that we can, in fact, demonstrate that there's improvement in our lives.
Upgrades were funded through a US $221,000 grant from the CARICOM Development Fund, part of a regional push to transform agriculture and support disadvantaged sectors. Chief Executive Officer of the CDF, Rodinel Suma, says the facility now meets modern sanitary standards and aims to reduce the nation's reliance on imported meat by supporting local livestock production.
This project aligns with Grenada's national strategy for agricultural development and food security, and it supports CARICOM's regional agenda for building resilient agri-food systems. It is a tangible step towards achieving the 25 by 2030 goal, reducing the region's food import bill by 25% by the year 2020. And at the practical level, this facility is now better equipped to meet modern sanitary and operational standards, ensuring that Grenadian consumers have access to safe, high-quality meat products. To the management and staff of the Mirabeau Abattoir, this is your moment. May this facility serve as a beacon of progress and a catalyst for transformation.
An additional US $12,000 was donated to the facility by the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, ICA. ICA's technical specialist in Grenada, Gregory Del Sol, noted that the upgrades at the Mirabeau Abattoir form part of the broader efforts to strengthen the livestock sector.
We know recently, maybe in the past couple of months, the government would have invested more than $4 million in the procurement of improved animals, sheep, goat, pigs. Now, this abattoir is another cog in the wheel of improving livestock and improving animal production in the country. So I want to say again that we have done these things here. We have improved the Mirabeau Abattoir. We have imported new animals. We are going to support farmers by distributing some of those animals to them. But there are other things that we need to do to ensure that the livestock sector delivers what I believe at the end of the day we want to deliver. And that is good quality meat, safe meat, but also at prices that are at the reach to make those meats accessible to the consumer at the end of the day. Because without that, I like to use the Grenadian terminology since I liked it, I think we're spinning top in mud if we don't address the production issues, the capacity issues for farmers to more efficiently and optimally produce. We have to get all of those interconnected pieces working together in order for the livestock sector to realize what I know the minister wants to do, I know what the government wants to do.
In addition to infrastructure upgrades, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Isaac Bagwan, said the ministry is taking steps to standardize operations and enforce strict food safety protocols.
So we want to be able to move to the point where the meat are being prepared in a very sanitary condition, that you could be assured that the meat that you're consuming, the meat have been slaughtered, the animals have been slaughtered in a very sanitary manner and processed, etc., so that you could have that kind of assurance. In fact, I want to get to the point where this facility is ISO certified, so that again, you know that it is top quality standard, but we of course must have put the policy and so in place. We will have to make sure that all our persons who are involved and the butchers and so have the requisite training to be able to apply a trade.
The Mirabeau Abattoir remains an important facility in the livestock and meat production sector in Grenada. It is welcomed by all the sector. Now for a look at the weather forecast. The weather for this evening into 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. The weather is expected to be partly cloudy, windy and hazy, becoming cloudy at times with isolated showers increasing in cloud cover and showers overnight. There is a warning for moderate haze. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 15 miles per hour. Seas moderate to rough with waves of 6 to 8 feet and easterly swells. Marine advisory remains in effect. This brings us to the end of the GIS News for Monday, May 26, 2025. To recap the top story, ILO mission engages Ministry of Labor and government hosts National Housing Engagement. On behalf of the news and production team, I am Sherry and Noel, thanking you for viewing.
Are you a progressive young leader, a proactive emerging executive, a rising professional? Then you need appropriate cover for your vehicle. Introducing the Pro Motor Plan from Beacon. Car insurance that includes free loss of use, windscreen cover up to $3,500, free special perils, free accident forgiveness. Get Beacon's Pro Motor Plan today. Don't procrastinate. Call Beacon today at 440-4447 or visit beacongrenada.com.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Anywhere at any time and have it delivered to you right here in Grenada at yogo.gd.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibbin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.